Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Let's see if I can stand up. So I just wanted to come talk to you guys real quick. Got a maintenance request from the tenant at the new building, and I was notified that the heater isn't working. The heater wasn't working. I said, wow, you know. They said maybe it's a thermostat. So I told them, hey, put some batteries in it. They threw batteries in it. It still wouldn't kick on. I said, okay, cool. Came over to the property, checked out the gas boiler. So after finding out that this was off, she kicked right on, right? Cool. This is the problem after that. I turned the electric on for the hot water boiler. She proceeded to turn on, she kicked right on. Kicked on, the temperature for it spiked up. I mean, she was almost 200 degrees Fahrenheit. She turned right on. Cool. The pipes around the boiler, I'm gonna show you. The pipes around the boiler started to warm up. I mean, literally, this was scalding hot, which it still is at this moment, all the way up until about this point. That's just hot to touch. This that goes to the kitchen was hot all of the way up to about right here. I went home, I told the tenants, I said, give it some time, you know, because hot water boilers take time to warm up. Went home, got a notification about an hour or so. They said, hey, it's still not getting hot. I said, okay, cool. When I get off work, I'm gonna stop by. Got off work, stopped by. I checked the water supply. I turned all of the valves, the gate valves, this valve, that valve, on, open. I went to the plumber supply store up the street, and I told him, hey, this is what I'm going through. Maybe I have to bleed my radiator. So I went up there and I bought a radiator key for $1. Let me show you. They're so small, I just threw it on my keychain. A radiator key for $1, right? So with this, bought it, came over to the property. I tried to bleed the radiator that was the furthest from the boiler. Nothing. Nothing. And I kind of could expect that because the gauge said that it had heat, but it didn't have any water pressure. So what I did was, I called the place back up and I said, hey, I still don't have water pressure. They said, well, listen, the next couple things might be the water pump or the reducer. So I said, okay, let me diagnose the reducer. And I'm going to show you what I did for that. So I came back to the property, right? The supply in front of it, I shut that valve. I cracked this bottom part open. And then I proceeded to open up the valve again to see how much water flowed through. And surprisingly, nothing flowed through. This is the ball valve that was a head that attached to the tree, the water supply tree. And as you can see, that's completely clogged up. No matter how much you turn it left or right, that thing's a goner. So I decided to go ahead, I shut the water off from the city, connected this PEX. Now this connected really good. This one connected very good, but this connection and this connection is leaking, but that's fine for now. I put a shutoff valve right here, got this all connected up, and like I said, this one is leaking at the moment, and this one is leaking right here, but charged her up. Now she has the pressure required, and she has the heat. I had cleaned out the old water. It was all dark and sooty. I gotta clean this stuff up. Okay, so then got the system pressurized, and oh yeah, before I pressurized the system and did all that good stuff, I was tapping these lines, and I opened up the gate valve at the bottom and had so much dark soot come out, and filled up the system again. I bled the furthest, bled the second furthest, the third furthest, and then I bled the rooms, and now it has heat, so hopefully that's good. And I mean, this happened, and I fixed this problem just in time because I have a vacation to go to, and while I was on vacation, if I were to pay somebody else to come and solve this, they probably would have charged me an arm and a leg. So, and I also have to go back and replace these PEX, the shutoff valve, because I did it really quickly, and I think I can't use the cheap crimp rings. And I don't think I could use the cheap crimp rings. I don't think that they work necessarily the best. So I'm finna clean up, guys, and just get everything ready. Today, I spent $1 for the key. I spent like $1.15 for the reducer, and ultimately, I call that a W. I learned so much about boilers today that I kind of want to give myself a pat on the back, you know? And we're growing, we're learning. This success has to come. And you gotta just keep staying optimistic, you gotta keep learning, you gotta keep growing. And just wanna say, man, I appreciate you guys watching these videos, rocking with me. And yeah, until next time.